Hello, everyone. I know that you guys came here to just see us. No, I'm joking. You know we got guests today. But anyway, this is Pixel Focus, your podcast for insights and updates on all things virtual photography. Let's go. I'm your boy, Sun OG5, not N7, because that's my co-host. And speaking of, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Had a good lunch and ready to get this kicked off.
Yeah, all rolling and all that
Mm-hmm.
jazz.
Yep.
Get the shebang going, get into our shenanigans, all that. You
Yes,
know what I'm
very
saying?
much shenanigans, especially for this particular episode.
Oh yeah, why is that in seven? Why this episode?
Well, because thanks to everyone, we have hit episode 10 in for Pixel Focus, which in just looking back, it's crazy to think. It feels like yesterday that we were doing episode 1.
Right.
And yeah, so episode 10. Woo!
Yeah, no, episode 10. Not one, not two, not three, even though low key it feels like those, but 10, bro. Been at this for that means we've been at this for 10 weeks because we do it every week. So
hmm
yeah,
Yeah,
we
we didn't
wow,
have to cancel one of the weeks at all. Just
right.
going.
So it's been what, three? Oh Jesus, I forgot how many weeks are in a month. Two and a half months, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
But
I
yeah, no. Oh,
hmm
go ahead.
I had
No,
to
no,
do a
you.
few the math in my head too, so don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah. I'm bad at math, so that was not
mm.
what I got hired for. So we're all good, even though I have to do it anyway. But anyway, so this special episode 10, we are going to be discussing our impressions when we first came to virtual photography, whether it be just hearing about it or also whether it be actually joining the community itself. That's what we're going to be discussing today. So I'm honestly I'm pretty excited to talk about this because just to kind of get everybody's viewpoints on it, it's it's gonna be different because I know that most of everybody are probably gonna have maybe similar but probably pretty different understandings as to how it went for them.
hmm Most
Yeah,
definitely.
us included, to be
hmm
honest. I mean, if I'm being real, I don't know if you wanted to start off or you wanted me to go ahead and start with how
Yeah, how
I
about
was.
you? Yeah, how did you get
Yeah.
introduced?
So yeah, no, it was, I guess technically I wasn't like introduced by somebody or something in particular. I just saw people taking photos in games, right? And if I'm being so honest, I thought it was stupid. Like, like I really did. That was coming into the first time ever seeing it. That's just wild to see where like I thought there was no point in it. I thought that people were just kind of taking screenshots and were just kind of leaving it alone. And I was like, okay, what's like the special thing about this? I mean, I saw it on Reddit. I saw, some people say, hey, I took a photo in this and it just looked like you were playing the game and then you just pressed the button. And I was like, okay,
So you
cool.
thought a
Like,
black and white picture was a screenshot or something?
um, I just thought that no. I didn't see all those things. Like I didn't
Oh,
see,
okay. All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, so all I ever really saw was just people just kind of like hitting the screenshot button and then being like, "Look at this photo that I took in, I don't know, uh Destiny or
hmm
Spider-Man or whatever." Like I just thought it was that. I was like,
Okay.
"Okay, I don't get the point, but all right." Um so yeah, I thought it was kind of stupid, but when I finally actually got into it, it was with Spider-Man. I think I had mentioned this on maybe not the podcast, but I did mention it on our stream that we had, the charity stream,
hmm
where pretty much I had started out with the Miles Morales game and was very bored, didn't have anything else to do. I had beat the game like 50 billion times and I saw photo mode. I was like, screw it, why don't I try? Right? I have nothing else better. So did that, and my thought on everything completely changed. I realized that there were so many more things that you could do. And yeah, no, just total different perspective. So yeah,
Yeah.
um, kind of how I thought about that. Just VP in general. That's
Yeah.
all I got to say about that.
And then it starts snowballing. I remember you being in voice calls, actually with Rusan and myself. You were, and you're like, so this picture I took, there's so many people liking. I don't know what to do. Yeah, it was fun seeing how you started. You said I'd posted a picture, and then it started going from there. So
Yeah, yeah.
mm,
So that was cool. But how
yeah.
about you?
Well, funny enough, that's a good segue. Is that I didn't know VP even existed until you start getting into it, uh, and you would dropping like VP. I was like, "What is that?" He's like, "Virtual photography." What? There's a photo mode in the game. Yeah, I saw that, but people actually do that. What? And
Right?
so it was just I was like, okay, that's cool. That is son's little thing. He's doing his own thing. And then Charity dropped, and I was putting feelers out for the community, and son was like, hey, I'm okay to do a spot, and I'll do virtual photography. I was like, okay, still don't know
Right.
what that means,
Right.
but cool. Oh
Right.
yeah, by the way, I got this. I got one of my VP friends to join me. I was like, cool. All right, two people. And that's pretty much how everything's jumped and forward into it. And now we're here, episode 10, Pixel Focus.
Yeah. Episode 10 Pixel Focus Podcast.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Insights and updates. Updates and insights. But yeah, no, I mean, and just to kind of jump off of that, what's since you're pretty new to it, what are your first impressions of the community itself?
Very, very welcoming. And some, when you said, hey, if we're going to start this, there's going to be a lot of people backing us up. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, that's cool. Maybe 4 or 5. No, like more than 4 and 5. And I'm
Yeah.
just blown away that just how welcoming community is. And also, I think for one of the charity streams, we did like a sort of
Mhm.
like a race and all that, but it was very interactive. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just it's one of the few gaming communities out there that's like, okay, I am glad I'm part of this community now.
Right. Right. Oh, nice. Everybody's so like happy and like warm, welcoming. It's so
Hmm.
nice.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and honestly, I when I first joined, that was pretty much the impression that I got too. I mean, straight up, for those of you who are watching, you may know this name, but Mesh, he actually was the one who introduced me to getting on to like social media platforms for this. Um, I knew that people posted. I didn't think, I'd be good enough to post. I was very against getting on. Um, but you know, coming into it, having those doubts on my own art and everything coming into the community, I was then met with just open arms, everybody being like, yo, this is really cool, and like just pushing my very first post so just with so much energy. Like
Oomph.
it was wild, right? It was
Hmm.
wild. Like it was just so cool to see everybody kind of just come and rally around one person. And it's not only that one time, I've seen this happen time and time and time again. Like it's always. So that was honestly my first impression of the community, just that they are, like you said, very welcoming, very happy that you're there,
Hmm.
regardless of what it is that you're posting, regardless of what skill level you may be at, it doesn't matter. They're very, very willing to, cheer you on. So yeah.
Most definitely.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I mean that's pretty nice words to be said about these people.
And speaking of which, let's go ahead and We have a big panel today, if you haven't noticed. And for those listening on, oh yeah, by the way, forgot to plug. We're on YouTube as well as Spotify for those listening, and thank you so much for bearing with us.
Yeah,
Forgot to
honestly,
plug
thank
that
you.
in. For those listening on Spotify, we have a very large panel which we'll be introducing in a few seconds. And so we're going to do a little bit of introducing who they are and having them talk for a bit, and then we'll introduce the next person. So
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, this panel that we have here is full of a crazy amount of talent.
mhm.
It's insane to just not only see what they bring to the table VP wise, but just with who they are as people. What they bring to the community itself. It's awesome. So yeah, I'm super happy that everybody's here.
All right. Well, how about you start it off?
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and introduce our boy Jack, Mr. Jack Stir. Our guy here is the editor in chief, and that I always forget how to say that, editor in chief. I'm pretty. He's that of the Photo Mode magazine. He also is a creator within the Ubisoft program, and he is more recently a judge for Ubisoft's VP competition. Jack, how you doing, bud?
Not bad, not bad. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good,
Thank
pretty
you very
good.
much for that nice intro.
Yeah, man. No, that's all you, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with me. It's all you. But yeah, man. I want to go ahead and ask you, Mr. Editor chief guy, what were
Just for
your
clarification, what is the official title? Just so we can get that cleared on air.
Yeah,
Whatever you want, really. I really don't mind.
boss
Yeah.
man. That's what Nick calls him.
Yeah.
He's another guy in TPM. That's what Nick calls him, boss man. So he's the leader. Let's just put it that way.
The leader, I don't know.
The leader. But yeah, no, Jack, what were your first impressions of the VP community, and also just your first impressions of VP in general when you first heard about it or joined in?
Oh man, mine was so I picked it up with Assassin's Creed Origins.
Mhm.
And I remember thinking, oh man, this is I've always been like artsy fartsy kind of guy. And I
Right.
thought this is pretty cool. Maybe I'll share some of this stuff on like Instagram, because back then I wasn't really using social media like at all.
Mhm.
I didn't use Facebook for a amount of years, and Twitter I didn't have one.
Right.
So I set it up on Instagram, and then all of a sudden I was just hit with this massive community that was doing it, and I was like, oh shit, like this is huge.
Right.
Yeah, it just just totally surprised me that there was so many like-minded people.
Yeah. And
It was,
your how did you feel about like starting it out like VP?
Oh man, I've always loved games. I did art in college, and part of that was photography. So it's good to actually be able to take photos of stuff. I thought it was an excellent addition to any game, really.
Hey yo, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, bloody awesome.
So you started on Instagram, then moved over to Twitter?
Yeah. Started
Okay.
Instagram 2017, and then that went to shit, and so I moved over to Twitter. It's much better on Twitter, I think.
Okay, because a
Right.
lot of people I know start on Twitter, then move to Instagram. In a sense, they still post on
Yeah.
Twitter, but they
Oh, really?
branch out to
See,
Instagram. I don't
remember what
remember the other
Instagram
way.
used to be like, and it was used to. It never used to punish its users, and now it just seems to fucking punish people. Which is
Okay.
why I thought, I
Oh.
just can't be bothered. I'm posting daily, and barely anyone's seeing. So you got like 10,000 people.
Well, there you go. Some
10,000
insight
10,000.
into
Yeah,
why.
Yeah, it's just crap.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was not good.
So it was bad.
Real bad.
Real bad.
I can see Philip's comments, and I can't type back. Such an idiot.
Oh man.
But yeah, I thought it was awesome. It was. I think there was definitely like a massive sense of community on Instagram,
Hmm. And
especially like
was
with
it?
this.
Oh, I was just gonna
Second,
ask, was it bigger than kind of Twitter's sense of community at first?
I kinda. I found Twitter really confusing when I first joined it.
Hmm.
But I think it's just the fact that you obviously you can like and comment and see everyone's posts on it, Instagram, but the stories that you can help. I mean, you can share stuff to your stories is awesome.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, and it
It
kind of puts
yeah,
it
it just
out
had
further.
that's it. I know Twitter had that. What was it, Fleets or something? I can't remember what it was, but
Hmm.
they should have. Yeah, they should have stuck with it. But yeah,
Yeah, I
that's,
understand that. That's fair.
Hmm. Well, that's
Well,
very
definitely.
cool. I did not know
Yeah.
that. I'm going to put that
No,
in the
honestly,
back
I
of
didn't either.
my mind and apply that.
Right, right, honestly. And we'll kind of keep up to date on what Twitter and Insta is doing on the VP community so that we can kind of keep everybody, in line with that. So yeah, we'll start mentioning that too. That's what's up.
Hmm.
that's what's up.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. But definitely appreciate you going ahead and sharing your thoughts on that. And honestly, like N7 said, didn't expect to get some insights on it. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know how valuable they are, but
Oh,
it's
very, very,
That
very.
was very viable.
nice.
All right. And we're on to the next one in seven, Correcto Mundo. And thank you again, Jack, by the way.
See you later, guys. Thank you.
All right, later.
Yes. See ya.
All right, our next host is hosting his Saturday, which is happening right now. So make sure hashtag his Saturday Tanath on Thursday in the world that once was. This guest has talked about the importance of building a community together in episode 9, which was last week. We've had the incredible and humbly wild successful Ria in Wonderland, or Ria for short. How are you doing? Welcome back.
Hello, guys. Thank you for having me back.
Hi, Ria.
Hello.
So,
How you doing?
yeah, how's your photo mode been going lately? I've been seeing quite a few.
Yeah, I started Cyberpunk recently, and it's been a lot of fun.
Ooh.
Even the story, I didn't expect it to be as good as it actually turned out to be. So all good, all
Dude,
good.
right? Story's fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen a few shots, and I was thinking, it was great for photos, and it was great because it's futuristic, but it's actually so much deeper than that. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
having really fun.
That's what's up.
So did someone suggest Cyberpunk, or you just been seeing the shots around and decided to jump in yourself?
I've seen the shots forever since I started doing VP. I've seen listed shots, and I was like, you know what? It's about time. It's been quite a few months now.
Great. Yeah. No, honestly, that game gets shot quite a bit, to be honest. Yeah. It's pretty prevalent in the community, so I get you. But yeah, let me
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
no, I was saying I struggled with photo mode a bit more than I usually do to get used to the controls. I don't know why, but
Fair.
I'm getting the end of it.
It's a different kind of photo mode. Yeah.
So when this might help people who are wanting to get into Cyberpunk. What do you mean? What kind of struggles were you running into?
I don't know. The shots were just not coming out as good of a definition as I wanted them to, so I had to edit them a little bit more than I usually do.
Hmm.
Fair.
I don't know why. It's probably something I'm doing wrong, to be honest.
I doubt it.
But no, it's been okay.
Okay,
That's what's up.
that's good.
So Ria, what were your fresh Jesus first impressions? Goodness gracious. We're professionals, I promise. Anyway, Ria, what were your first impressions of virtual photography and the community itself as well?
So I'll be honest, I didn't know what virtual photography is. I came about virtual photography by chance.
Okay.
I was going on Twitter for the first time in like a decade, probably. And I was on Control's Twitter page, and I saw they were saying, "Oh, share your virtual photography," and I admit I had to actually Google it. I had no idea what they were talking about.
Got you. And then you became one of their favorites. That's what's up.
No, I didn't. Come on, you're too kind. But no, I honestly thought that it was just like professional photographers who were, being commissioned to maybe take shots of the game. I
Mm,
didn't think it was, everyone that wanted could post virtual photography.
gotcha.
I mean, I've
Okay.
used the
Right.
yeah, I used the photo mode, but I thought, you know, I didn't know somebody would post their shots. I thought it was just something you would do for yourself.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you were kind of in that spot of like, this isn't necessarily for me or just regular people. This is only for, those that they might actually be trying to hire on or something like that.
Yeah, because I've always liked photography, even IRL photography, but
Hmm.
I always thought people that were posting it online had to be professional, because I looked at the shots and I was like, I have no idea how they do that, even the
Right.
editing.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
True.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I remember my first post maybe got 1 like,
Hmm.
and that was the situation for a while. So I was just doing that one day every week. I was posting a shot for maybe the first month,
Gotcha.
and then it
Gotcha.
started getting some interactions.
Hey, yo, that's what's up. Okay. So the community itself, that's actually a pretty good jump into that. How did you think about, them considering your, first joining onto the platform?
I was honestly so surprised. Like, I would have never expected everybody to be this level of, encouraging, friendly. I've made a few friends in the community, which I
Hmm.
talk to them even outside of the whole, VP
Yeah.
contest. So it's been a very pleasant surprise. I would have never expected, it to be everyday people like myself. Like, we do it for fun.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Got you. Okay. Okay. She's a every girl's girl or every person's girl, to be honest. But yeah. Okay. I guess.
All right, who's the next panelist that we have?
And before that, thank you again, Ria,
Mhm.
for going ahead and sharing your thoughts on it. We do appreciate you joining in.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course. Yeah, all right. So, next up, I want to go ahead and bring on my boy, Philip. Philip is a awesome, and I mean absolutely awesome VP. This dude not only is a IRL photographer. I know a lot of you might not know that. Philip, I'm telling on your business today. I'm just letting you know. So he's an IRL photographer and he's a virtual photographer. This dude has actually been able to let a lot of us know as well how some of these things kind of go from IRL photography go into, you know, VP. So that's honestly some awesome insights itself. And then also he is the creator. And I know you don't. Again, I'm telling all your business, bud. Okay, he's the creator of Throwback Thursday for VP. I'm putting it out there, Philip. You already know that it's gonna happen. So hey, how you doing, bud?
All right. I think
Yeah.
maybe yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You chilling? You chilling, dog? You chilling?
Kinda. I think yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah. You telling on my business? Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I don't know if I've taught anybody anything, but okay, I'll take it.
You
Thank you very
taught
much for
us
the
in the
praise.
chat multiple times. You gone ahead and say, hey, this is how this actually does translate, or this actually does translate into VP, or vice versa.
Okay, if you say so. I did it.
You know
Fine.
what?
Yeah.
You know
Cool.
what, Philip? Just accept your intro and be happy that you're awesome, okay?
No. Okay. Well, I'm actually a bit of a bad person to ask about like my first impressions about the community, because I've always been a bit of a lazy person and haven't really interacted with people as much as I should have.
Okay.
I just kind of exist by myself.
All perspectives are perspectives, bud. So yours counts
Uh,
too.
I mean, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
But like, I do remember people being very welcoming. When I first started, I started in 2017 as well, just taking shots, but only shared them in like 2019, I think, because before that my PC was absolute garbage and I couldn't run games that well. So I took them, like all of the shots, in 720p, all blurry and stuff. But I
Oh,
was super proud of them.
right, right. Got you.
And then like I started sharing posts and I got like 1 to 2 likes and I was like, oh no, why are my posts not doing that well? And then I asked the person that followed me, I think it was the first person from the community that actually followed me, at Perpetual Sponge, with
Okay.
a 0. And they helped me out a
I
ton.
remember.
They like I just DM'd them. They like wrote, I don't know, 5 paragraphs of what to do, which tags to use,
Mhm.
and how often to post, what times to post. So
Right.
yeah, I think like the community is just like very nice and very good at sharing this knowledge. It's not really gatekeepy in any way.
That's what's up. We love that. We absolutely love that. And what was your kind of thoughts on just virtual photography just in general when you know, started or
Well,
before?
I mean, before I didn't even know it existed. I think I found the photo mode in Assassin's Creed by
Okay.
accident because I was trying to enter God mode,
Ah.
and press the
He
photo
was
mode
trying to cheat.
buttons.
Got you. So first here, you hear it first. He's a cheater. Philip's a cheater.
I mean, it's a single player game. Sue me.
He's a cheater. Dirty, dirty cheater.
But yeah, I just took those shots and like I showed them to my mates, and that was it. But I didn't really have any opinions on it. I was like, oh, look, photos, cool. And like
Gotcha.
I just use them as practice because I've always been into film and stuff, and I want to be a cinematographer. So like it's a very good compositional practice, and like it's so limitless. So that's kind of what got me into it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Out here being all entrepreneur-y and starting stuff up. I get you. Alrighty. Well, Philip, I know I told all your business. I hope you forgive me, but I do thank you for sharing your thoughts. Just want to let you know. You're
Yeah,
appreciated.
yeah, we're all right.
We you sure?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. I'll take I think. I'll take that. All right. Who's next, bud?
All right, before we introduce the next person, I do want to do a shout out to Shinobi or Shinobi underscore space. He wanted, due to time differences and all that, he's if he could, he would be on the panel right now, and he just wanted to say thank you for thinking about him and all the love to everyone on the panel and to the podcast. So yeah. Just wanted to give him a shout out because if he could, again, he would be on this panel right now. But yeah, Shinobi, if you're listening, we got you.
Much love, Shinobi. You the best, bro. You the
All right.
best.
So this next person is back in episode 3. So going a little bit back a ways, we discuss exploring the talents of emerging virtual photographers with our friend, the Rusan Narrative. Some of the videos on this very channel, in 7_specters, was edited by him. And his VP shots he takes is focused more in the Cyberpunk 2077 world. So, Rusan, welcome back, dude. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Thank you for having me.
So, what kind
How
of
you guys
shots have
doing?
you been working on lately?
I haven't worked on a lot recently. I did just recently post one while this podcast is going on.
Nice.
One that I forgot to post from a while ago. But I have been trying to do more environmental shots, at least with my character. And I'm considering doing some more action shots in the future. I just haven't had much of the time recently.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I am working on it. Got
Very
some more
cool.
cooking.
Are you thinking of expanding to another game, or are you still just going to stick with Cyberpunk for right now?
As I would love to expand to other games. I would like to expand to maybe some fantasy games. One namely is Baldur's Gate 3.
Ooh.
But unfortunately, I believe if you want to get a photo mode with that would require a mod to install.
Okay.
Good news is, of course, that the game is going to be getting full-fledged mod support eventually. So when that comes around, I'll be able to actually, make some shots, hopefully.
And also, they are working on a photo mode, like an official photo mode as well.
Oh, really?
Oh, they are. Okay.
Nice. Let's
Well, that's
go.
even better.
Insights and updates.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
So, how were you introduced to the community?
That would be Sun.
Oh.
Easy. Well, I was kind of looking at photos before Sun recommended me to just give it a try. I was looking at his photos and the work that he was doing on Spider-Man, and the stuff was really, really good. And ultimately, I started digging deeper into Cyberpunk because I loved the visuals of Cyberpunk. I loved how beautiful everything was. Even on my mid-tier computer, the game still looks beautiful. And then I discovered the modding community, and I discovered all of the different mods that go into making some amazing shots. It is chaotic, much like what the previous person was saying about how much of a struggle it was to get a good shot. It is a struggle. A lot of the mods are very in-depth with how they work, and it's a bit tricky in the beginning, but once you understand it, it's fairly easy.
Fair.
So, yeah,
Fair.
a lot of it was from Sun.
You don't got to butter my biscuit like that, big dog.
Just being honest.
Butter my biscuit. Anyway, let's go ahead and ask you the real questions. No, I'm joking. That was a real question. We're really happy that you went ahead and said what you said, for real.
Oh, okay.
But no, what were your first impressions just on the VP community and everything as well?
Creative, and it was just amazing to see how different things were on different games. And the variety of shots that people would take. The only minor complaint that I would have would be for the Cyberpunk community. I kind of want them to move on from the profile phase of photo mode and start doing some more dynamic shots. I know that there's like a small group of photo mode people in Cyberpunk. Like there's one who literally just does strictly environmental shots, taking photos of the city and taking photos of the streets, all populated in the cars. Those shots I love. I just love seeing more diverse stuff, and that's why I like seeing stuff like from Horizon Zero Dawn or Jedi Fallen Order. There's so much variety with those games, and I just wish that it would happen more with Cyberpunk.
I do gotta admit, though, Horizon, I don't know about that one because all I see is face alloy or Aloy. That's all I
True. But
I see her eye like really, really close to the screen, and that's it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but or it'll be like her face hidden behind a bunch of leaves, like this. That's all you see. But no,
True.
definitely. And I totally understand what you mean by kind of having the Cyberpunk community diversifying a little bit, because you do see a lot of just portrait photos most of the time.
Yep.
And I do believe that you have actually started kind of taking you've done some environmental, but you've also done some action shots and everything like that, right?
Yep. I've done the one I've been trying to do is get some shots of the final mission where you do your raid on Arasaka Tower. It's a bit tricky. I mean, my most famous shot is the one with Atom Smasher. That
was so cool.
I was very proud of that shot.
Yeah, that's
very, very proud of that one. Yeah. I just want to see like more stuff like that, and it doesn't have to be like the final fight of the game. It could be anything from like skirmishes in the streets to encounters in Dog City, or sorry, Dogtown. But yeah,
That's just a felt that right in
man.
my chest cavity with that pumping thing. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that.
All right.
All right.
So, last but certainly not least, we're not playing
No,
favoritism here.
no, we got two, bud.
Oh,
We got two vote.
you sure?
Two vote. Yes,
Two?
I'm very
Yeah.
sure.
All right. Okay, so the next person in line is a person who has jumped into the world of virtual photography head first, not feet first, but headlong into it,
Not.
and has combined his experience of real life photography with his VP shots. And he's a beloved Canadian whose name is Rudigs. And so, how have you been, dude?
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me on the show. I am happy to be here. Self-described Venom to Sun OG Spider-Man, coming for you. Yeah, absolutely love the space.
That's what's up. Regardless of the attack, that is what's up.
So, what have you
Alright.
been up to, dude?
You know me, I love to get into it, and I've recently been posting. I try to get something in every other day now. I'm in the very early phases of VP and trying to get my stuff on the platform. Some interesting tips were definitely shared that I was listening into, but I'm in that phase where I'm getting 1 or 2 likes. But I really do love just getting into a game, sitting down and doing something other than like gaming specifically. It's such an outlet of creativity for me that I can post all day long. I don't even care about the likes. It's like streaming for me. I love streaming video games. It's another outlet. But definitely I'm going to take what I heard and try to use some of that to try to get out there more. But it's just about that creative flow.
Yeah, man. That's incredible. And honestly, like N7 said, you have really, really just gone completely and totally gung ho with this. And to be honest, I'm very proud of you for it. It's been awesome to watch. And don't think that I haven't looked at your photos in the other server. I have. I just don't react on them all the time. But you've been truly, truly improving from what I've seen. And with that, what were your and I kind of already, I'm pretty sure everybody already sort of heard, but what were your first impressions of virtual photography itself?
Well, actually, I'd like to share a story back when I was in the Stadia days. I remember specifically there was a virtual photographer posting on Twitter about Red Dead Redemption photo mode in Stadia. And it really captured me, and I really thought this was cool, and I always store that in the back of my mind. And I was always one to game stream, share my stuff, take those screenshots, just daft screenshots, and post them and be like, hey, I'm in this game. But it wasn't until the charity stream that N7 was hosting that I really jumped in and I said, oh, wow, I really want to try to take this to the next level and make it a creative outlet for me and enjoy what I get at the end of it. And so through Sun OG and N7 and your friend there, I really jumped in and started to produce pictures, I think, right after.
Yep.
And creating content and trying to get into it. Actually, it was the first week of January. I joined a couple VP servers and I had one VP picture of the week. And I still have that screenshot. I'm like, yes, champion.
That's what's up,
Nice.
champion.
And then I had a stream with Sun OG afterwards where I essentially learned everything he had to teach me in an hour, and then I was off to the races after I absorbed all that knowledge.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Another
Man,
dig.
You and JC out here trying to be all camaraderie and stuff, bruh. Chill out, chill out, both of you.
No,
But
Sun's definitely pushing out some incredibly aspiring pictures that I'm always trying to work on to get to that level. So I do want to give that shout out of on top of all the jokes.
well, guess what? Your shots and also your ethic at this are very aspiring themselves. So we're super happy to not only have you here, but to have you join in the community. And with the community being spoken of, what was your impression on the community itself?
Well, I guess I like being on this show, tuning in and listening. I may be
Yeah.
like one of the earlier guests. I know they like to say that they were more of a recluse. I need to do more of a better job at sort of aiming my targets to get more involved in the community and maybe interact on a daily basis. So I'm probably in the recluse on the outside looking in, being like, "Oh, that's a cool group of people. I wonder if I'm good enough to get in." So that's kind of where I am at with the community. So hey, if you see me hanging on the outside, just shoot me a paper airplane. But
We'll make sure to grab your arm and pull you on in, bud.
There we go.
Yeah, you're just as much a part as anybody else, honestly. And again, I'm super happy that you're, finding so much joy in it because it's an awesome hobby, honestly. And for some, it can grow to be even further than that. So it's cool that regardless of what's gone on, or how long it's taken or anything like that, you have shown that you're more than willing to be a part of it. So yeah, man, that's awesome.
well, thank you.
Yeah, man. I gotta do it back to you because you and freaking JC were doing it to me. Or Rusong,
Well, when
sorry.
you're on the top, people want to take you down, right? Coming for you.
Oh my gosh, bro. I'm just trying to chill and do this show today on a Saturday at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm getting attacked.
You'll be fine. Head pat, head pat.
But thank you again, Rudix, for going ahead and mentioning all of your thoughts on VP and its community. We really appreciate you, and I hope you have a good one as well. Okay. I'm not saying bye, but
Absolutely.
I was like, wait,
No,
is this
I'm
you're
here, I'm
saying is
hanging
like
out on the
Rudix
panel.
or
yeah,
I
no,
get
get
kicked?
out, yeah, you're banned for attacking me. So, bye.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I'll only come back stronger.
There we go.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, he's like a boomerang. But yeah, so I will go ahead and introduce our last person, but definitely not the least, like In7 said earlier. So this right here is my good friend Turid. Turid, first of all, I want to say, love you, friend. You're great. I totally wasn't, joking on you the entire time prior to this show, but I did want to go ahead and introduce her. She is a pro at balancing VP, parenting, career, and being a community mod over at the ones who came before. Welcome back, Turid, from episode 9, or no, 8, 9, 8. I'm tired. 8. It was 8. It was 8. Very certain it was 8. So, anyway, hi, Turd.
Hi. I'm a bit sick now because you're nice to me, but good. Okay. Thanks for the invite again. Great to be here, and congrats to the 10th episode, guys.
Thank you. You're the best. We love you.
Oh, please don't.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I got to get you back. I'm doing it. But yeah, no, Turd. Brando, wanted to ask you just like everybody else, what was your first impression? I am so excited to hear what she's about to say because I feel like it's going to be something that I haven't heard yet.
Oh, much pressure.
Take it.
I mean, I've said it before. I also like Philip. I didn't think much
Mhm.
of the VP community itself at first because
Yeah.
I was also just stumbling over the photo mode in Assassin's Creed Valhalla
Mhm.
um and just started sharing it on Twitter without thinking about likes or a community or whatever, and it just came all together, and I
Mhm.
just started to realize what the VP community actually is like
Yeah.
early last year. Um, when and also like when I joined the ones who came before community, and then when I met Zach, who has been on the episode, and like Marlon and Philip and you, G, and I
Mhm.
got all those different aspects of like every one of you is doing different stuff. So
Mhm.
it was just opening up a whole new field of, oh, I could try this or I could try that, and like yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So you kind of you got into it, not really thinking much of it, but you got in, really enjoyed it. Got a few friends that you could, you know, pal around with in there, and just went about your day, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's worth so much to have people you can talk about your VP with before you post it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not even just oh, do you think this is nice? But
Mhm.
just what do you think of this edit? What can I do better? Is
Right.
anything clipping? Blah blah blah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
worth a lot.
Pretty much actually having another set of eyes on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And honestly, that's pretty cool though, because I mean, even you jumping into it, not everybody has that when they come into it, or even after they've been in it for a while, not everybody has that. So it's pretty cool that you joined in and then ended up having that happen.
Yeah, especially getting tips from people who do this for years.
Hmm.
Like the
Hmm.
what hashtags should I use? When should I post?
Right.
What's a good VP community like VPRT or VGP Unite stuff? What are challenges?
Hmm.
Is what's the point in participating in challenges and so on?
Right. So yeah, we you ended up having a lot of people kind of support you, not only just in taking the shots, but also what to do when it came to the platform itself.
Mhm.
Dope, dope. And what about virtual photography itself, not just the community, but what about like actually taking pictures and everything? What kind of, what were your thoughts on it originally, maybe prior to getting into it?
I mean, I thought it was just everyone's hobby,
Hmm.
like it was for
Hmm.
me. I didn't grasp the whole thing of it that there are like game developers or studios reaching out to people.
Mm.
I mean, this is starting just now.
Hmm.
It feels like that for me. Um, that they're really going more interactive with the VP community, and the VP community is getting spotlights and people learn about it. So yeah, back then I just thought everyone was doing this just for the lols.
Yeah, yeah,
Now
gotcha.
some people start to make a career out of it, and that's pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, yes, sir.
It's almost like the streaming world when it started with Justin TV and earlier. People were just doing it just because, and then uh, they started getting recognition. And I feel like that's sort of what VP is doing. It's starting small, but people are finally noticing it and going, "Oh, this actually can be good in all aspects,
Yeah.
in a sense." So it's fun seeing how everything is developing over time.
And Seven out here trying to get me to start talking about a whole different topic that I could talk on for hours. Gosh dang it, man.
Yep.
Oh, buddy. But yeah, no, it's really awesome to just kind of see everybody's different perspectives and see everybody's different thoughts on when they first came to either hearing about or joining into the community or just doing the hobby itself. Um, I mean, in Seven, I'm pretty sure that you also didn't hear or did hear a bunch of things that we weren't expecting to.
Oh, from the panel or just in
Yeah,
general?
from the panel.
Oh yeah,
They-
definitely.
shoot,
A lot of
yeah.
insight. A lot of insight
Right?
in there. Yep.
Yeah. No, I mean, if I'm being totally honest with you, I low key thought that a lot of people were just gonna say, yeah, no, the community was great. Everybody was super welcoming. Da da da. This was super cool. I mean, a lot of people said it, but it was in very different ways.
Different forms,
So
yes.
yeah, like so it was just cool to have everybody have a different outlook on it rather than, just boom, it was cool. All right, on to the next person,
Yeah. It just shows that everyone's perspectives are different, but we all have the
Mhm.
same goal of trying to get a good shot, which is fun.
Right, exactly. I think I was the only one who thought it was a dumb thing at first.
Oh, you did
Man.
think it was dumb?
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I really thought it was dumb to be taking pictures in a freaking video game. I thought there was no point, dude.
Not to capture a moment or like a sort
Nope.
of like an achievement or wow, okay.
Nope. I thought it was stupid. I was like, bro, this is freaking dumb. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just thought there was no purpose behind it. Granted, this is like 17-year-old me talking, but still, like I thought there was just nothing behind it. So somebody taking a photo in a freaking game, I was like, okay, sure, I guess.
Well, I guess you're the odd one out then.
Yeah, but now I'm the odd one in. So,
There you go.
so we got questions from chat possibly, or if not, all
Yes,
good.
we do
Oh.
actually. Jack actually messaged me on Twitter and said, please make sure to have these questions. So the first one
Okay.
is to the group. So it doesn't matter who is going to go answer first, but I want to hear everyone if possible. So the question is, what's been your proudest moment since you joined the VP community? And it doesn't matter who starts, but I want to hear everyone's perspective. So what is the proudest moment since joining the VP community?
Who wants to go first?
I can go.
All right, go for
Okay,
it.
Mr. Sir.
I'd say definitely the shot with Atom Smasher.
Yeah,
And
buddy.
I think that one was the big catalyst that got me to start doing better with my shots. It showed me more the more things I can add to it to make it look better, more defined, more vibrant, and it's what got me starting to experiment now with my pictures.
AC, or Rusan, I just wanted to go ahead and say that is literally one of my favorite photos I've ever seen of like any game ever. I just want to let you know that.
I greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Like that is
Thank you.
easily my top 10. Such a good shot.
Yeah. Yep. Amen.
That's what's up. Who wants to go next? Somebody raise their hand. Oh, come on. Cool. You know what? All right, voluntold. Turret, go.
Please. I guess for me the proudest moment yet was my first gorilla repost.
Hey, yo.
I didn't even realize they did that. I just thought, why the heck did this not have over 200 likes? What happened? What did I do? And it was, for me, it was such a random shot of this little robot thingy in the water. And it was like the third or fourth horizon shot I shared when I just started shooting it, and then like instant gorilla like, and I didn't know what was happening, but that was pretty cool, yeah.
That's what's up. We love that. We love that. And I already told you that you were gonna be hit up by them. I remember you was taking some photos and everything. You were like, that's not gonna happen. And then the next day it happened. So
Yeah.
you're good at
Don't
what
be
you
too
do.
nice, please.
Nah, you getting all this. You're getting all this right now because I'm not gonna do it later.
All right, who's next?
I guess I can say it.
Go for it.
Yeah, Philly.
Well, it was the first time that a post of mine got 100 likes, because like for ages I was stuck at like getting 10 to 20 likes on posts, and I was like, 100 seemed like a pipe dream. It was like, that's never gonna happen. But then there was like a shot that I still think is probably my best, the Red Dead shot with the grass in the foreground. And I was super proud of that shot. And I posted it and I was like, oh, it got 80 likes. Maybe I'll be able to get 100. And I did. And I got 200 likes on that shot. And I was so proud. And yeah, I don't know, just very nice to see the shot that you actually are really proud of seeing seeing it do well.
For sure, man. And didn't that shot also get put into the finalists for one of the VP award years?
No, it didn't.
I thought it did. I thought.
No, another. No,
It was
a
another
different
shot?
Red Dead
Okay.
shot.
Oh, it was a different shot. Okay. Gotcha. Well, hey, I mean, regardless, that's another achievement. So, you out here making moves all around. This boy got motion. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh no, not really. No, I am
Yes, he
a
does.
fairly
Let him lie to you.
static person.
Don't let him stop it. Don't let him lie to you.
All right, Ria, what about you?
You guys know what I'm gonna say.
Go for it. Again.
Yeah, but
I mean,
say it again.
greatest achievements. I have to pick the event being promoted on the PS5, innit?
So cool.
I don't think I can top that anytime soon. As far as
dope, dude. That is so
it
dope.
was great, and yeah, of course, it was the control event, and yeah, I think that's my peak, you know, like I can still do well, but not as good as that.
Nah, you'll do better.
Nah, yeah, you're just saying it.
I'm not. I'm really not. You think I
Yeah.
am, but when it happens, you'll come back and you'll be like, "Hey."
I know
so,
that every time you say something, it happens, so do say it more often.
I got you, friend. And Mr. Real Diggs, what about you, sir?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I haven't really had a greatest moment yet. I'm just out there having fun. I would have to say one of my moments that I would think fondly back on is early on, I would say about 2 weeks into trying this out, I created this Spider-Man picture on the side of a building where Miles had electricity all over him. And N7 wrote me a comment and he said, dude, you have made such a difference in just 2 weeks and I can see it. You did really good on this one. And that picture is still one of my favorites. And that was it kept me going and it made me do it on more of a consistent basis after that comment in that picture.
Yeah, man. That's an absolute achievement.
Yeah, because I think what you did was you did a comparison. It was sort of like, this was one of my first shots, and then you posted that one, and it was stark difference. And I was just like, yeah, that you're doing amazing. And after, as you said, 2 weeks, it's as I said, you know, you're diving headfirst into it and just excelling. It's been fun seeing your shots going through.
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh, thank you.
Agreed. And then 7. What about you, buddy?
Greatest achievement?
Yeah.
Pixel Focus.
Man, you just saying that.
No, I'm saying okay, because here, listen, Rudix can actually agree with this, because Rudix and I are part of the cloud gaming community that we're part of Stadia. And when Stadia shut down, some of us stayed together, but others departed doing different things. And some of the people were like, I was been on their podcasts during Stadia, and then when it shut down, you know, I was still active. And some of them were saying, in 7, you should start a podcast. You know, you have a great voice for it. You should just do it. And I was like, nah, no, that's definitely not for me. I have to do all these things because I've been helping people in the back end with their streaming setup with OBS. I was like, that's just so much work. And
Right.
look where I'm at now. I'm hosting a podcast. So I would say this is the, in the VP world would be my greatest achievement is doing a podcast that I thought I would never be doing right now. So yeah, it's not because of that. It's just, yeah, doing something I would, if I had thought to myself in the past, I'll be like, nah, you're joking.
Right, and
So.
now you're on the 10th episode doing, yep.
Exactly. So.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
So cool.
And what about you?
Jeez. Well, if I gotta be honest, there have been some pretty cool things that have happened, but for me, the best thing that has happened is the acceptance from my parents about it.
Nice.
They really like just understood what it was that I was going for, and not only that, but they weren't just supporting it just because they're my parents. They were supporting it because they truly believed it was good, you know. And it's not like it started out that way. It took up until probably last month for them to really like, you know, voice that. But I mean, they're they're 2 Marines that grew up in the like the 70s and 80s. You know, they're old school. So this kind of stuff is very, very not, you know, like something that they've just been understanding of for the longest time. Like they're not in this kind of world. So them truly saying, "Hey, man, like my dad said, you really have something that you're doing here, and you have an eye for it." And then my mom saying, like, you know, the people should hire you, yada yada. Like that's awesome for me. So you know, everything else is cool, but bump all that. My parents like what I do. My dad and my mom like what I do. I'm cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's always great to have. Is
That's really nice, son.
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you. We got another question, big dog.
Let me see. So we have a question from the VP archive. Have you ever had any experience with photography before joining virtual photography, or were you a complete rookie in the whole hobby? If so, has it ever benefited your shots in a way? So for pretty much, I think for the people who've done real life photography, how's that benefited you?
That's Philip and Rudigs, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think Rhea too.
Yeah.
If you want,
So
I can
I'll
start.
jump it. Okay, go for it.
So for me, I gotta say it's been, you know, my style of photography has basically been the same. Like I've always loved to take portraits of people, and I still do that in VP. And I've always loved to take environmental shot, and I've been doing that too. And I've always been a fan, in particular, of the rule of thirds and taking half the frame being an object or a person, and the other half being more of an empty space. Don't know if that's anything that and even without knowing like anything about names of, you know, photography techniques, I've still been doing the same thing with VP. So I would say taking IRL shots has influenced my VP a lot.
No, for sure. That's what's up. And Philip, how about
Yeah,
you,
I would.
buddy? Oh, sorry, my bad. Rudigs, did you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I would echo that. I definitely fall onto the fundamentals. Now, photography is not like a main part of my life or business. It's more of a course I took in school. However, those skills like the rule of thirds or making use of negative spaces, the f-stop and the aperture and how those work, those often come to me as I'm doing and adjusting all of these settings. So it's just those fundamentals, I think, that always stick with you. But I mean, I could always learn more. And the sky's the limit there.
Fair. Super fair. Philip, go ahead, bud.
Okay, so I started my real world photography 5 years after I started VP, I think 5 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So for me, it's been the other way around. VP has like influenced my real world photography a lot, especially in terms of like composition and framing, because I don't know, in real world photography, I usually don't take as long as I do on a virtual shot, especially because I usually do real world stuff when I'm out with someone. So I'm not gonna have them wait for me like 15 minutes while I line up a shot. But yeah, like taking some more time to think about the composition and all that, that is something that I learned in VP, and I have transferred that to my real world stuff as well.
Ayo. That's clean. That's what's up. And we're gonna also go ahead and ask Turid and Rusan. So we'll start with Rusan first. We haven't heard from you in a little bit. So what's up, man? Have you had any, dealings with real life photography at all?
In terms of real life photography, no, I have not. I've
Okay.
taken some amateur shots in the past,
Mhm.
but I
Didn't
haven't
you
really
take a
done any, like,
shot? Didn't you take a shot and post it in our community? And I mentioned it looked like a video game, right?
uh,
It was like a rail. Sorry, it's like it was houses on both sides. It was sort of like sunset, and it looked like it was a road or something.
Oh yeah, we had a wild sunset here in our hometown, and I took a picture of it a while back. I think it was like sometime last year. I gotten into some more recent stuff with like real life photography. I even have another shot that I probably should post in here sometime, that I just took recently. So I think it's more so like, oddly enough, virtual photography has kind of slowly inspired me to take real life pictures. Oddly enough.
Okay, so what you're saying is you lied.
Well,
You have been doing for IRL photography.
recently,
You liar.
recently
You
I've been doing.
liar. You're a liar and a
Recently,
fraud.
I've been doing.
You're a freaking fraud.
Recently, I've been doing real life photography, but it like past I have not. It's been strictly virtual stuff, but now I'm trying real life photos.
That's what's up. Super proud of
Yeah.
you. Just don't lie again.
Okay.
Messing with you. And Turid, I do believe actually you take IRL shots too, right?
I mean, not in any professional way. I just take photos of my plants quite often
Yeah, photos.
because I have a slight addiction problem with house plants.
Indeed.
And I just have to take photos of them when they grow or get a new leaf or stuff. But what I realized is that I take like shots with my phone when I'm outside, and I also like to take photos of trees or the river we have in town and stuff. I take photos differently, but because of what I learned in
Mhm.
VP, so it's also more the other way around for me. Like the rule of thirds, for example,
Mhm.
that I learned in VP and that I'm using now when I take real life shots as well sometimes.
So this is the second time the rule of thirds has been brought up. For those who are not familiar with, can one of you explain what that is actually all about?
Anybody?
I'm not knowledgeable on such terms.
Rudix, buddy, explain it.
It's the fact that every photograph is split up into thirds, and some photo modes, like I believe Horizon, actually allows you to input a grid. So you're able to place your subject or even your negative space and really play with these lines, because when you place your object and background and space within these thirds, they are more presentable to the human eye. So the thirds are split up in the picture by these grid lines. I'm probably not the best one to explain it, but that was me on the spot.
I don't know. It sounded like you explained it pretty well. It sounded like I was reading a textbook example. So good job, bud.
I got it. It makes sense.
Bets.
Yeah, that's what's up.
All
In
right.
Tim Moore in 7.
Yes. And this one, Ria, what is a shot you
Yeah.
would like to see one of your fellow panelists, so anyone on the panel right now, what would you like to see one of your fellow panelists take?
Oh my god.
Oh god, this is a rough one.
Don't you freaking do it.
Let me think about it 1 second. I would love to see in 7 try. You know, I was going to say that with the fact that you said you're just starting out in VP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I would love you to see. I would love to see you shooting some environmental shots in Horizon.
Ooh.
If you ever.
I'm not sure if I own the game on my PS4. I have to look at my arsenal. I don't think
Is it on PS4?
That's where I played it on originally.
No,
So-
did you say well she said
Horizon.
Horizon, so it could
Yeah.
be Zero Dawn, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
either Zero Dawn or Forbidden West. Like I wouldn't have a preference, but I really like
So-
how you frame the shots I've seen. So I
Okay.
would love to see you frame an environmental shot.
So that means remove the character and just do.
Yeah, just
Oh.
just the word.
Okay. All right. I'll
Yeah,
take you up on that.
Do it,
Cool.
do it.
Yeah. All right. And since you tagged me, I'm going to say Turret. Who do you think in the panelists you would like to see a shot from them?
So I pick someone and they have to take a specific shot for me, or
Well,
Or
they don't have to, just
Don't
what
have
you
to,
want
but what would you like to see?
no,
from them?
no, they have to. That's rules
Oh
now.
my gosh, I know what she's about to do.
Sure, we'll go with
Sheesh.
that.
No, Evan, we're not going with that.
I would like to see a very nice black and white portrait made by G.
Oh my god, I knew she was gonna do that. Freaking knew it. Like, I saw it coming a billion miles away. I already did one for you, lady.
Yeah, give me like a nice dark background and just black and white.
Okay. And you said
Looking
portrait?
forward to it. Yeah, portrait.
You know I'm only doing this because we're on the show, right? That's the only reason why I'm doing it.
That's okay with me.
Anyway, since we tagging, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna tag you back. What I want to see from you. I was gonna make it hard. I was gonna say abstract. What I want to see from you is in Assassin's Creed. I want to see an environmental shot. Any Assassin's Creed of your pick, doesn't matter.
Any Assassin's Creed environment.
Yep.
Okay.
But guess what? Twist. I'm gonna play to your strength. It has to be black and white.
Oh,
Yeah.
Environmental black
So
and
it-
white. Okay.
that's gonna be nice. Yeah.
Right.
Also, Ria, I just while y'all were talking, I was looking at my shelf and arsenal of PS4 games. I do not have the game, so I might have
I'm gonna
to.
say
I might have to
whatever
buy it.
game you
Is
want.
might have to
Because
see if it's cheap or not.
otherwise Nash is gonna be right and you're gonna have an excuse.
So
Well,
for
I mean, if she's
$9.99
okay.
a month, you can get access
For
to it via
$9.99.
PlayStation app on your on your PC. In
For a
case
mere
you
$9.99.
are
Oh,
interested.
so is cloud based?
Yeah, it would be cloud-based.
Oh,
It would
okay.
be Horizon
I mean, that's my
Forbidden.
niche.
No, the first one.
And
That's
didn't
my
it
niche.
come on, or isn't it about to be on sale, or is on sale, or something like that too?
Hmm.
It goes often on sale, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
Hey, you got
Well, there you
multiple
go.
choices.
So yes, I will take that. I'll take that challenge. And sounds like Nash, my wife, who's in chat, approves of this buying. So I cannot be saying I can buy another game or something. So woo, let's go.
Right. And
Well, thank you
Rudig,
for
what?
taking on the
Oh,
challenge.
but Rudig, what? You go ahead and tag somebody.
All right, I actually got something in mind here. For Russin.
Oh.
I got a little challenge for you. So I would like to see a cyberpunk car picture that looks like something out of a driving sim. I want to see, like, if possible,
Ooh,
like
let's
a
go.
real nice car pic.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta do some lighting. Okay.
I mean, Rusan has
No
mods.
motorcycle. I don't want a motorcycle, by the way. I want
Oh.
like a true car pic.
car.
You can pick the nicest sports or like a beefed up SUV, but I'd like to see, you know, just something that looks like it would come out of Gran Turismo 7. I want to have that.
snap.
Oh, what game did that come from? Type of reaction to the picture.
Snap.
Oh.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Give me a little bit of a challenge. All right.
Might need some
Nice.
reference, but I think I can do it.
Got this, bud.
Yeah.
And since we're on you, what you want to see, big dog, from who?
Uh. Hmm. I'm gonna tag back with you, Rudigs.
Ooh.
I would like to see a vibrant action shot of Spider-Man, if possible, versus multiple enemies.
Ooh, multiple.
I'd say bare
Multiple.
minimum.
Okay, that's a cool.
Bare minimum 3, but you can go beyond that.
Minimum 3. Dang, bro. Yeah.
I like the
that's-
parameters. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
it's gotta be
what's up.
vibrant too. Colorful.
Nice.
All right, hitting up the colors.
Hey, yo.
Nash said,
Funky
"Pixel
fresh suit.
Focus made me do it." Hashtag. So
Pixel
we
Focus
posted.
made me do it. Yep, that's what you gotta do. You gotta put hashtag Pixel Focus made me do it.
So for
Okay, we could, yeah.
so when you get your shot, use that hashtag and so people can see it. And
Alright, bet.
make sure to tag Pixel Focus as well so we can retweet it.
That's what's up. That's
Will
what's
do.
up.
That is
Love it.
great, Nash. Love it.
And Philip, you gotta tag somebody, bud.
Okay.
Somebody about to get another challenge. Somebody's
I
about to get a
mean-
whole other challenge.
It's obviously you. I want you to shoot an Assassin's Creed game, so you know.
Ooh, Assassin's
do
Creed.
that.
I'm not buying one yet. I'm not buying one yet. It's gonna be
Okay.
a while, buddy.
I mean, I don't care. Just do it at some point, please. Thank you.
God. Okay, what do I
I
gotta do?
want to thank everybody for leaving me without having to do this thank.
Oh no! You're not. You're no.
You're not being left
You're
alone.
not escaping. You're not escaping. You're not escaping. Anyway, Philip, what do I have to do, bud?
I'd take anything, to be honest.
Oh,
But
just
like,
Assassin's Creed, just straight up.
Oh no, just a loading screen. There we go. Boom. Done.
no. Come on. It has to be an original composition,
Right.
preferably Origins, but you know, because I don't want you to suffer through the other games.
I appreciate that. It's really funny that you mentioned that because I was actually thinking about getting Origins because it's on it's on GFN.
Yep.
So I was thinking about doing that for content anyway, so that works out.
Perfect.
And you thought you got away. Rhea, you know what?
Oh, I'm
Seven.
sorry, I don't hear you.
And 7, let's team up on this, buddy. Let's team up on this. All right. So, since she thought that she was going to get away with this, she's got to do 2. All right.
2. Okay.
2. 2 shots. 2 shots.
Hmm.
and we gonna help you out. We gonna make it from only the games that you play. It's gonna be from Control and Horizon, the ones that you're known for. We gonna help you out. But
Oh, thank you. I'm still worried.
I'll do one. I'll do one from Horizon. You do one from Control.
Okay.
In 7. Okay.
Oh,
So I'll let you go first.
See, I feel bad because I don't know VP terminology or photo,
No,
but I have a
how you-
general idea of what I'm thinking. Let's see here. Cinematic shot of the janitor, if possible.
Ooh,
cinematic shot.
that's
Mhm.
fire.
Hmm.
That's fire.
Interesting. I know I'm gonna sound like a rookie now. Can you explain me what you intend with cinematic shots?
Just take it as
My terminology is not great.
yeah, no,
Like
yeah.
any
Just
movie,
take
right?
it as is. Just what your interpretation of cinematic is, but it has
yeah,
the
we'll go with that.
subject is the janitor.
This is gonna be interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And now we got the one from Horizon. So, what I want you to do, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna, because I know that New Game Plus is there, and I also think that you can jump into. Can't you jump into like any mission you want to on New Game Plus or something like that?
I've never tried it.
I think you can.
Animation, no, I don't think you can.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I have a New Game Plus that is already halfway through, so
Perfect. All right. So there's a very particular part at the end of the game. Okay, since you're already half through your playthrough, and this will get you through it. I want you to take a I want you to take an action shot with the final boss.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I might have a saving not on New Game Plus, but on my original playthrough. That was
Hey. However you get it.
that was right before Singularity, so it's gonna be interesting.
Right.
You know, I don't do many action shots. Huh?
I know.
All right, I accept the challenge.
Either.
Cool. All right. Well, it sounds like we have our own homework to do.
Fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the hashtag is just brilliant. Thank you, Nash.
Right. Appreciate you, Nash. Pixel Focus made me do it. That's crazy.
Love it. All right, so wrapping up with a few more questions. These are from Jack. So specifically to Philip, what is it like being a talentless hack?
Maybe he should ask himself.
Crazy.
And then the next one is to Turid. When are you going to start pulling your weight in ACVP group?
It's crazy.
What?
Jack,
I need
one of his
someone to translate
questions,
that for me.
one of the questions he submitted is, Turid, when are you going to start pulling your weight in ACVP group?
Which basically means when you're gonna actually start doing something.
Oh wow, he's actually having some harsh self-criticism with his questions here because he's doing fuck all in our community. I'll try.
Were those the questions that he had?
Yeah, those were the questions he had.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What else we got from real people?
From real people. We got one from Nash's. So what do you do to get your creativity flowing? An example is specific times a day to take shots, external stimulation like music, food, or beverage, etc. Brainstorm together and develop your idea situation.
You want to start with, you know what? N7, let's start with you.
Okay. Well, I think a good example was like his Saturday. It was sort of like, oh, I said I was going to be doing a VP shot, so I guess pressure for me. The other times it's more, yeah, pressure, I would say, because it's like, oh, I haven't done a VP shot. I need to, so I load up a game, find a good angle, mess with it for a good hour. But yeah, for me, creativity flowing is pressure.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I'll start making a new segment for the show.
And
I
which
got you.
is
Don't worry about it. You'll find out.
okay.
Oh, great.
That'll provide more pressure.
Nice. All right, you heard it here, folks. Insights and updates. Stay tuned.
Nice knowing you, N7.
Yep.
And JC Russin, since you want to talk, you go. What's your creativity booster?
A lot of it has to do with the things that I love. And you know what? Actually, it's that, but it's also music.
Okay.
Music's a big thing for me, and I
Yeah.
listen to a lot of variety of songs because it gets my thought process going, and I start thinking about things a lot more. And
Mhm.
eventually, a creative thought hits my brain, and I'm like, I can't forget this. I need to do it now, or I'm gonna forget, and
Yeah.
that's what gets me going.
That's what's up. Love that.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Who's he gonna
Come
pick?
on, we don't harp. We don't harp on people. We don't bite here. Not hard, at least. Okay, I guess somebody's getting voluntold. Rhea, go ahead.
I knew that. I was like, wanna bet?
Creative
Well,
juice
for me,
out.
I have two main ways. Either I think about my favorite quotes from the game,
Oh,
and then I try to like enact them, like give a visual representation of the quote. And that's a big one for me. Or alternatively, I just literally load the game, go around, take a look at what's going on in the world. And usually I try to look at like details or NPCs or anything like that. And if I like something, I think then and there about how to take a shot of it, with my style.
yeah. That's awesome. What the heck? Bro. Why is she all profound? What?
Well, she's a writer,
Me
so it makes
always.
sense. It makes sense.
That's true.
hmm
That's true. So, I know there's a few people here still.
You, son, for example.
Gosh, dang it.
Right back at
Uno
you.
reversed. Uno reversed.
All right. Since I don't have a skip card, I'll go ahead. So, for me, honestly, oh, geez. If I'm talking something that really boosts, I'd probably say music as well. Um, I mean, music already is a huge part of my life just in general because I do also make music, but um, it it's definitely something where I'll hear a verse or I'll get the, you know, energy of the song and it will very much inspire whatever it is I'm doing. That can actually be seen a lot of times for any of those who might follow me on Instagram. A lot of the songs that you will hear on the post is the song that I was playing when I was actually taking the shot. Um, so if you hear the song on the post, it's a like 85% chance that I was listening to that song while I was taking the picture. So yeah. All right, who's next?
Your
Come
digs.
on, guy.
All right. How to get creative juices flowing. Well, you see, a lot of times I'll be playing a game like Final Fantasy, for instance, and I'll see something that I like, and in that moment, I'll try to compose an image. I feel like that comes from a lot of things, but for me, it's typically at the end of the day. I'll sit back with my choice vice. I'll flip on something that is either Horizon or Spider-Man. Just something that I'm feeling that I can just sort of fly around, and it'll either hit me like a bolt of lightning that I want an image that looks like this, or I'll just kind of fly around, see something I like. Oh, maybe I want to get something with lightning in it. And I see that storm over there. Let's fly over there with the storm bird. Those are just, it's more of a raw organic thing that I go into the game and I just try to capture what I see in front of me. I don't always go in with a game plan. It's actually more often than not that I don't plan out my images like that. But
nice.
it's typically at the end of the day. I always take my pictures in the final hours when I'm not gaming more intensely and I just want to wind back with something. So I would say that's typically my method.
So the time of day sets your mood. That's what's up.
Very cool.
That's what's up. And Turd and Philip, I know that you're both very quiet, so I'm gonna volunteer one of you right now. That's probably gonna end up being Turd. Go ahead.
Hey. I don't really have a specific mood or daytime or music. I mean I play when I have the time. What's helpful in Assassin's Creed games is when you let the bird fly and you just look down on the ground, and then I usually spot something that catches my interest, and then I go there. I set a marker and then I go there and see what I can make of it. Or on days where I'm really uninspired, but I feel like I want to do VP, I just go through the VP pages on Twitter and see if one of them has a challenge that sounds nice.
Hmm.
Like the VGP Wednesdays usually have super interesting themes, and yeah.
Is that one of
Okay.
those challenges where it's like, give me something red, something yellow? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
currently I think they say focus on the body. Like last week was portraits, next
Okay.
week is hands, and yeah.
Yeah, and then they had curves, but we're not gonna talk about that right now.
Curves. Yeah, nah.
Curves.
And I also like, yeah, G and I sometimes have a voice chat where we both just play our games and do VP and just do like a co-working kind of thing, and that's
Yeah.
also, I mean, maybe not inspiring, but I don't think too much about what I'm doing. I just chat to him a bit and then find something interesting while I'm playing.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, same here. It is actually pretty fun to just kind of chill and like you said, co-work on it. So yeah, no, I love those momentos.
All right, and Philip.
Hey, yeah, I was about to say, Philip, get your tail over here.
Yeah, why I'm so quiet is the fact that I don't do anything. If the creative juices are there, they are there. If they're not, they're not. Like, I take shots when I feel like it, and that's basically it.
So there's nothing that gets you kind of being like, you know what? I think I'm gonna take a shot of that.
I mean, of course, the games themselves do, but that's about it. It's not like I don't have music that gets me going. I don't have like other people's shots that get me going. If I see something that I think is worthwhile of taking a shot, like then I'll do it.
But is it maybe something where you're doing like where you might go back through a game or something like that that could inspire you to take more? Like you might go back through the story or something?
Oh, I never do story stuff
Oh.
like at all.
Okay.
I just do free roam VP most of the
Oh,
time.
okay.
Oh, okay.
So free roaming, looking around and everything, and then just stuff within the game itself inspires you to take shots.
Yeah, if I find a scene that I like, I'll take the shot. Same
Got
as
you.
real world stuff, I think.
So the game itself does it. That's what's up. That's what we like to hear.
All right, got another question. Who was your first real bestie you met when you joined VP in the past?
love that
And
question.
what are some things you want to say to them at the rate you're going?
Oh my gosh, I love that question so much.
This is from the VP archive.
That's a great question.
So great.
Yo, who are we
Got
gonna
an
start
answer.
with?
You got an
I
answer
want-
for that? Go for it.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, snap! Wait. Okay. So are we talking like very first VP bestie, like in the like platform community, or are we just talking about
first real bestie? So it could be like a bestie, but it was your real first one.
Oh man. My first real bestie in VP. You know, my very first like one that I can remember, it was this dude named Darth Elgor. He goes by Legion of Elgor on Twitter, but yeah, no, I started talking to him about Spider-Man photos, and he truly was one of my biggest inspirations when I just started like really getting into it. Um, I saw his shots, and dude, I just want to let you know, you honestly were the inspiration that made me go as far as I have with Spider-Man. Um, I mean, you among a few others, but you were definitely like top 3 easily, because straight up I saw what you were doing, and it just helped me understand that it can go way further than what I was even believing possible. So thank you, man.
Love it. All right,
Shit.
Philip. What about you?
Philip.
I mean, back when I started, like I said, the person that helped me out was at Perpetual Sponge, and another person got me to post more because I posted under a Artist of Society post where they were asking for our photos. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm that good, but I'll post these. And like he commented that they are very nice. And his name is Cerebus. I don't know exactly the tag right now. So they are the first 2 people that like really encouraged me to keep going. But yeah, like to be fair, I have to give Jack some credit. He's like probably the person that like has seen my progress for the longest time, that I've interacted with most in all this time. So yeah, Jack, I guess.
Very cool.
Jack, I guess.
If I must.
If I must.
Alrighty, and I want to go ahead and hear from Ria.
I was thinking about it, and I can't remember exactly who was like the first one. If we were talking about like, just like the first people I talked to VP with, but I can tell you the first person that ever encouraged me to do something VP related. It was definitely, well, this was I want to say a few, like 3 or 4 months ago, kind of close to the end of last year. And I was thinking for a few months of doing events, and I was talking to Steffi, Steffi Syndrome. I think her at on Twitter is Stephanie McCaden. And I was talking to her. I was like, I've been thinking about starting some projects now that I got the hang of, of how VP works. I don't know if like my ideas are good enough. And she was the first person that really encouraged me to, try something out. She was like, no, absolutely go for it. You usually have great ideas. And I probably wouldn't have started like giving my ideas a try if she didn't push me first. So I would really like to thank her.
Ayo. Man, this part is so wholesome.
I try not to cry.
Right? Dude, like, what? Alright. Turret, friend, go.
Surprise, surprise. Of course it's Aaron Swift. He was the first one who actually gave me feedback on my shots and who told me that your stuff is good. I've never heard that before. I mean, of course, I got the occasional comment saying this is nice or this is good, but like for someone really telling me you really are good, what you're doing is good. Yeah, that was Aaron. And later on, I mean, Jack and the whole group we have, the little
Okay.
VP family. Yeah, great support.
That's awesome. Well, Aaron, you got yourself a shout out. By the way, for anybody who wants to know, Aaron actually was on episode 8 alongside our friend here, Turrid. So if you want to go ahead and check out that episode, yeah, they had awesome things to say. But yeah, no, big ups to you, Aaron. And who we jump into next? Who's
Yeah,
it gonna
Aaron
be?
said that he wasn't able to make it, but he
Mhm.
sent his love when I reached out to him to see if he would come back. So,
Aw,
mhm.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Well, we only
Well,
have Rudigs and Rusan, so one of you two, you can.
yeah. Who's it gonna be? All
I
right,
don't
you gotta
have
get.
friends. I have competition, and the
Oh.
only competition I have is Sun. Other
Oh,
than
bro,
that,
like
And I
I don't
don't
have
have
it. I don't have
friends.
any friends in the VP community. So hashtag looking for friends. Hi, ridiculous.
Rose said, I don't have friends. I have competition. I don't want peace. I want problems always. Like, what? That's crazy.
Love it.
Well, I'll take it, I guess.
And what was your
I don't.
answer, Rusan?
oh, I was gonna. I mean, I've been saying it pretty much this whole podcast, but Sun, obviously. He is the one who convinced me to go into the profession, and he's been the one who has been motivating me to keep trying. And he's been also the one who's been giving me pointers. He's been giving me advice, and that's not even a part of photo mode. He's been doing it outside of photo mode. So like, yeah, no, he's been my bro since forever.
Bro, I
So.
love you, man. I
I
love you,
too,
bruh.
dude.
Like, okay, for y'all who don't know, I've known Rusan since high school, dude. Like
Yep.
we were in 9th grade together. So this is my buddy. Like, I love this guy. So yeah, no, I'm super duper proud of him. He's great. And in 7, we gonna go to you since everybody else went.
I'm not going to be as extreme as Rudigs, but
Competition.
I didn't
Say
really,
somebody other than me.
yeah, I didn't really have anyone who's been. Not saying it's a bad thing, okay? So don't feel bad that you haven't. I'm not trying to guilt trip people, but when I post, there's not a lot of people who've been coming next inside me and all that. I am going to sort of stretch it a little bit and say all the guests who've been on the podcast so far have been slowly pushing me to do more virtual photography. So in a sense, Son, it is you, but it is Turret, it is Rhea, it is Philip, everyone who's been on the it takes me a little bit, but you've all in the sense been sort of inspiring me to do more VP shots. So yeah. And no, that's not a cop out. It's the fact.
It's not a cop out. It's so wholesome. I love it. Oh my goodness, I love that. That's great. I love you guys. You guys are cool.
Likewise.
Man, I think that's a really good question to stop on. That was good.
Yeah, I would say so.
Question.
Great question. So, what we'll do is we'll start with Turid, then Rhea, Philip, Rudigs, then Rusan. Do you have any final thoughts as we wrap up this episode?
Oh, why do you spot with a foreign speaker, man? Again, thanks for the invite. I love this podcast. It's really great what you're doing, and I think it's also bringing the community even more together.
Hey.
And yeah, to everyone listening, just keep doing VP. Do what you love. Take breaks. Get inspiration from whatever, and keep being cool. And G, I like you a lot.
Stop it.
Here are some tissues. Bye bye.
We cried earlier. Stop. All right. So who was the next one?
We're just pretty much going in the visuals. So it was Turid, Rhea, Philip, Rudix, then Rusan for
Rhea.
final thoughts.
Yeah, what I would like to close my my side of the conversation on is what I would like to see in a year from now is I would like to see everyone, that's been here with me on the podcast today
Mhm.
is so passionate about VP as they are today, and I would like to see everyone have achieved so much more. I would just wanted to leave a very sweet thought for the end.
Man,
Aw.
you cool and stuff.
She is.
Gosh dang it, man. All right.
Okay, so
Go
what
before-
I wanted to say is just congrats on the milestone. It's super nice to see you two actually going. I think it's very few podcasts that actually get to the 10 episode mark. So it's
Mm.
cool to see you still sticking with it and not missing a single week, which is very impressive. And yeah, here's to many more.
Preach, Brody. You real for that. That was a real thing to say. For sure. All right. Who was next again? I'm really bad at
Rudix.
this. Who's next again?
Final thoughts, son. I'm coming for you as per
fair.
usual.
Yep. I
And
saw that one.
7, thank you for having me on Rest of Panel. It's been awesome hearing your stories. And Russin, I look forward to seeing that card challenge. And
I'm cooking.
VP is a fun outlet for creativity, and I really like the outcome because every picture is something I created, and it's a little bit of a high when you finally produce and finish one. So I would definitely recommend it for anyone out there who's listening. It's super awesome and a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I agree with 95% of what you just said.
All right, Rusan.
All right, Rusan.
I want to congratulate you guys on the milestone, reaching 10 episodes, and I want to thank you for having all of us here on each one. And to anyone watching out there, please do not give up. Keep trying, and just make sure you give yourself time to think, to process, to allow your creative mind to think freely and come up with something new. And always try to go for something original, something that defines you, that speaks to you, because that makes it that much more powerful. And thank you again.
Big facts. More power. Power to the people. I replaced one word in that sentence.
Oh my God.
You guys know what that is. All right. Well, I guess it's the host's turn. And 7, me, you. Who going first?
Yeah, I'll go and then you can close us out. But I just
Sure.
want to say thank you for all the panelists. I know it was last minute. I was like, I'm not sure if they have enough time, but I'm going to reach out to them, and y'all answered the call, so I appreciate it, taking time out of your day, especially on the weekend. Some of you across the pond must be early morning or very late night, so appreciate taking time. And yeah, you definitely did make me cry, because it's seeing so much progress and just seeing how this community, as I said earlier in this episode, is just one of the very few gaming communities that I would suggest people to join. Even if they're not VP, I would say just the amount of wholesomeness that everyone has. You don't see that a lot in the gaming community. And so I'm here for it. I'm here to support it as best I can. And just thank you for being amazing. So.
Man, everybody did all. How am I supposed to go after everybody else? This is crazy. Everybody gave all these super wholesome speeches. All right, you know what? Let's get it. So, all of you guys who are watching, I just want to say, you guys are literally the reason that this has continued, because we could be doing this for nobody. So for you guys to every single week come in and actually watch it. Some of you to the fullest extent of it, which is amazing, considering how long they are.
Mm-hmm.
That alone is so powerful to me. So I wanted to thank everybody who has watched the show and everybody who shared who might not have watched but shared anyway. You guys are awesome too, and I definitely want to thank not only our panelists but anybody here who couldn't make it or anybody who has been on the show as well. All of our guests that we've had so far, you all are just as much a part of Pixel Focus as me and N7 here. You guys have made this show so much better than it honestly probably could have. Me and N7 could have done what we do, but you guys bring something very special to the table. So I wanted to thank all of you. And then N7, of course, I want to thank you for being my co-host. You the best person that I probably could have picked for this, so I'm really happy that you said yes as well.
Thank you for saying
And
super down.
super down. And then also, lastly, just wanted to say, thick necks unite. Like straight up, we have not talked about thick necks. People got to get thicker necks. I know that each and every one of you panelists have probably not been doing your neck workouts. You need to start. You need to get on it, okay? Mason, actually, you know what? Not just you. I want all of you to start sending me pictures of your neck's progression, okay? That's what I need from all of you. Every single person who's been on this panel, y'all need to. That's your other challenge. Send a picture of your neck progression, okay? Because I know you ain't been doing it, so you need to start. All right, do it.
And with that, we are Pixel Focus. Thanks for watching.
Yes.
And have a good night.
Very.
Bye-bye.